telling you, like, that's how I genuinely feel.
Last night was a literal movie. Like, major basketball was going on one side, frolicking in the bathroom was going on the other hand, some ship issues and whatever was going on between some people was happening on the other side. Then a new ship was being formed on the other hand. Like, so much was happening at once. I feel like Kayode was just confused on where to focus on, and he was like, okay, let's just attend to these basketballs because everywhere is just very, very hot. So let me just give you guys the full gist of the things that happened. The basketballs, just everything. These are the kind of videos that I like to cover with my brother because it was just a lot. And guess what he was doing, you guys? Sleeping. He was sleeping in the middle of all this drama that was happening in the house. But it's okay. That is why I am here. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new here, please do what, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you can get notified when I post a brand new video, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. So I'm going to begin with the fight that happened between RHUTHEE and WANNI Handy because it was a showdown, a literal showdown. You know when you shake Coke and then you open it, the way it pops out, that's the vibe. That's the vibe that RHUTHEE was on last night. It was almost like she was just venting, and she had it up to here, and she just had that. She needed that. She needed to release. Basically, she needed to release, and that's what she did last night. So, what even started this fight? RHUTHEE said she went upstairs, and the next thing she heard WANNI making a statement about, like, if you're my black book, know that you're on the chopping block. And then WANNI also, I think WANNI said she made a statement about, like, I'm gonna snipe you out type thing. So it was WANNI making snide comments about, like, you know, sending someone home.
Just come back from this thing and they go upstairs to go clean up. You they shot, if you're my black book, but I know that you're on the chopping block. Now you can't really come to the house, you're mad.
Now, WANNI went downstairs and she was now giving them the gist of what had just happened, because apparently RHUTHEE responded to her when she said that thing upstairs, right? So she was now telling them that this is what she said, though, and she was just saying it's in passing, and that it's because RHUTHEE feels some type of way, that's why she cut the sub, you get, and that she was just telling Sean that she just wanted to ruffle some feathers. So she definitely knew what she was doing.
So it's because she feels some kind of way. I don't talk behind nobody's back. I talk in your front. If you feel like you're going to be safe, you will be shouting back. That's why when I came out, I told Sean, like, I'm trying to ruffle some feathers, and I was successful. So that's all.
Now, it was this next part of the conversation that made this whole fight funny. So she was now saying that if what they call it, RHUTHEE has mind, that she should come down here and say what she wants to say. That is, she didn't say anything to her when she was up there, or she didn't really express herself when she was up there. That is now that she has come downstairs that she's shouting. That's RHUTHEE is there shouting and everything, that she should come down. If she called her a cockroach, she's going to match her, I mean, a step on her. And if she has the mind, she should come and, you know, come and say something. Here, come downstairs and say something. And at this point, I was like, okay, if she comes down to say something, what is going to happen? Like, what are you gonna do? Do you get? So she was just talking and just, you know, making mouths. And I'm going to explain to you why it made the whole fight fun. So she was just saying her own thing.
Let me say she's a cockroach. I can't come to her to say anything to her. I will step on her and squish her. And she because I was there, she couldn't say anything. When she knew I left, she shouted, if I'm dead. She won't confuse the problem. She come and shout here.
RHUTHEE finally came down, and at first she wasn't saying anything. She was just trying to mind her business, or she didn't want to say anything. She went to meet Mayor. She was telling him that, you know, let them go outside. When she came down, they were still making those comments about, like, if she has mind, this and that and that and that, she should come and she should come here, say this, say that. RHUTHEE was just like not trying to respond. She told Mayor, let's go outside. These people did not want to keep quiet. They were still talking. And then after some time, that's when RHUTHEE now picked. That's when the thing now entered. You know, when something enters you, it has entered you. That's when the thing now entered. And then RHUTHEE now started going off on them, started giving it to them, giving them like different insults that, you know, she was just on her own, and this is what happened. And then she dropped some punchlines. In all of these insults, you guys, the thing that just made the whole thing hilarious is the punchlines that were being dropped. One of the punchlines she dropped was, I don't date a man because of accent, I pick brains. So you know how obviously I pick brains, meaning that I go for people with brains and everything. But the way she said I pick brains is almost like you pick them like this, like you're picking beans.
I don't date a man because of accent. I fucking have class, I pick brains.
At this point, the fight now became more heated, and then they were just like literally going at each other. Some people were holding Handy, and then some people were also holding RHUTHEE. WANNI was still, you know, just kind of lying down and saying her own things like, "Oh, come." It was more like they were like, "Come now." I said, "Come to where, come?" They were like, you know, "Shut up, this and that and that and that." And then for RHUTHEE was now saying that, "You're not on my level. Do you know how many degrees I have?" And then for them, it was more like, "Come into my territory and say what you're saying," right? But she was just like, RHUTHEE was just like responding and insulting from her own angle. This is when RHUTHEE started firing down and saying different things about like them and accusations basically, right? So first of all, she was like she was now questioning herself that, you know, her sister doesn't sleep around with one guy for money, and that, you know, she called her names, idiot, everything, that she doesn't do that, right? So basically saying that that's what WANNI and Handy they do, that she knows them, she knows their story, And I think this is when Handy drops one insult, basically. So this is when Handy now called her, I think Handy called her a cougar, something like that. And when she did that, Cassia's reaction was so funny. That's why I had to capture this part. So Handy was just like insulted from her angle, and they were trying to hold her, and then the next thing she now called her a cougar. Cassia just responded like, what's going on? Her reaction was just very hilarious.
Me and my sister sleep with one man for a living. Are you mad? I mean, because I never tell you what your story. Am I your level? Do you know how many degrees I have?
So the argument continued, right? And then RHUTHEE was still like, "Say something now." Almost like she was disappointed, like, "I expected you guys to say more. So what is all this that you are doing? Say something to me. You don't have, like, you've not given me any tangible insult. Give it to me, let me give it back to you, do you get?" Then there was a time she was saying something like, "I've given you something to work with. Say something," right? But from their own angle, they were still just like, you know, "Come, shut up, this and that and that and that," just saying like normal stuff, yeah. And then Handy now said something about like, you have a guy that's touching your thing and your body is still peppering. RHUTHEE was still like, "Say something," and that's when they were now doing that's when they now brought up the whole song, our RHUTHEE song. They were like, "RHUTHEE, RHUTHEE." In all of these things, Sean was just catching stray bullets here and there. RHUTHEE was like, she's surprised that they're not both knocking Sean for money, and that she's also surprised that they're not sharing him right now. That is what they do. Then she now went further to accuse them of like collecting small money, that she knows them outside. That don't they know that? I mean, they think she doesn't know them outside, and she knows the things that they should do. That most of these things that they do, some things that she mentioned, I don't even know. It's heavy for my mouth. It's very heavy in my mouth. She was like, they do this. They do those things that if you just give them 30,000 naira now, they will run it here. Like she was saying in the house, that if you want them to do those things, that you just give them 30,000 naira. That's their price. That their price is 30,000 naira. That if they give them 50,000 naira, say it's too much. They're giving too much money. That they do all those things that they do for small chickeny change of 30,000 naira. She said 30,000, like somebody that is pricing markets.
Why do you want him? You cannot share him. That's what you do for a living. I don't know why you are not sharing Sean, because he's your normal level. Two of you were not for outside house. Two of you. You not be there where I did. You went and suck your sister pussy because of 30,000. Anybody will pay on a 50,000 set overpay.
You guys, the whole thing was just going from bass to boss. As the bass is dropping, boss will be coming. RHUTHEE was just dropping. There was time she now said something about that, you know, they smell, just different insults here and there. She said that in the last fight too. She was just like, they smell, they don't have a good cologne and stuff. They were now insulting her with Mayor. They call them pussies, they call them several names, right? So they were not insulting her with Mayor. She was not like the same guy that in the first week you said he has a kissable lips. That's who you're talking about, and that yesterday, that's, you guys know what happened between Handy and WANNI, between Handy and Mayo, like the previous day. So she was like, you know, when you kissed him and everything, and then now you have mouth to talk about the whole thing, right? And then she now she now went on to kiss him, that's Mayo. And she now did like into so they just continued with the back and forth insult here and there, and at this point Handy and WANNI, they were just like, you know, more on the calm side. WANNI said it was Sean that was trying to, that it's because of Sean that RHUTHEE has Sean to thank for the her calmness, right, this night. That it was because of Sean that she was not responding. I said okay. And then Handy had one comeback. She spoke about her BBL, that RHUTHEE has already gone to pay for BBL and stuff. I think RHUTHEE said something, and then she said that in response to that, saying that RHUTHEE has already gone to pay for BBL. RHUTHEE was like, eh, she should pay for BBL, you know, what's the problem and stuff.
You don't pay money for doctor, go talk, you shouldn't go to BBL, they tell you guys. Shut up! Sean, but they manage them. I mean, I can tell them how short them is saying he's free to talk to anybody in the house. See, Sean that turned me off, that's it. That's Sean to them.
Yo, the whole thing just kept flying back and forth. So many things were just being said, some things were being repeated, and just the insults kept coming back. And for WANNI, that said it was because of Sean, or Sean, she has Sean to thank for her not like insulting back or saying things back. It's a lie. At that point, it felt like they did not have anything to say. That's why RHUTHEE kept saying, say something. And to them, it was just, oh, shut up. You see, you did this, you did that. It wasn't. They were not bringing it on. So that's why I said that at the beginning, when they were saying, oh, she should come here and talk, she cannot come and talk, it made the whole fight funny. If they did not have that phase where they were saying she cannot come and say anything to them, it would have been like, okay, maybe they did not just want to respond or anything. But the way they were just making noise as if, oh, if RHUTHEE now comes, they'll finish her, but it felt like they were mute. Even with the things that she was saying, these are accusations. If you want to like counter those accusations, that's the best time to like do it. Like you go at it, especially when someone is accusing you of something so serious. Those are serious accusations, so you don't just keep quiet to those kind of things. I just felt like they did not expect RHUTHEE to come at them like that, and they were just shocked by the whole thing, and now they don't know how what to say. Even the RHUTHEE did not save them last night. Also, the fact that the possibility of RHUTHEE going home today is very, very high. It just made her like go all out, like, okay, let me now say my mind before I leave, right? Moving on to other gists. SOOJ and Nelly, they were frolicking in the bathroom. First of all, they showed when Nelly licked his nipples and then proceeded to like kiss him and stuff. You know, a few kisses here and there, and you know, just felt like maybe a little bit of action happened there, but they did not show us. They just showed us the snippets. That's what I'll call it, snippets. And then for Topher and Anita, a little bit of turbulence happened with their situationship last night. So it was just like Anita expressing to Topher that she just feels like this whole thing is just, you know, let's just be as if there's something going on between us. That's how she feels about their situation. It's almost like Topher is just doing it from the angle of, you know, let's just be as if.
It's like a
short time.
How about just then? It's like a thing of like just because.
You have to be kidding. You have to be kidding.
I'm telling you, like that's not how I genuinely feel.
Then I don't know if you guys saw Victoria and Ozee last night. I told you guys during the last pool party, I told you guys about what I observed from the both of them. First of all, they were seated together, and then he now carried her to go dance, and I was like, I'm seeing something here, and my eyes were not deceiving me. Last night they were together like gisting. First of all, it was him, like he was on him, almost like he was carrying her and stuff, and his hands were wrapped around her, and I say, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And then they kept on gisting, and they at some point they were now on like separate separate places, and they were talking, right? And inside that conversation, she was like holding his hands, rubbing his hands at some point. And it still got me thinking, like, what is going on here? When he wanted to go and eat, small Indomie, he told her, like, she shouldn't go anywhere. She should wait his coming. She should not leave because she wanted to go and sleep. He was not telling her she should not leave. Almost like, I still need you here. When I come back, let's continue our gist. So, looks like something is cooking there. And there's also a thing with himself and Onyeka, not solidified obviously, but the other day he was telling her that he has a soft spot for her, right? And we are also seeing some things there. Big Brother has already started shipping themselves, so I don't know how this dynamics is going to be, but we are watching. And then last night there was a conversation around the Nelly and the jewelry bag situation, Chinwe's jewelry bag. I don't know if you guys remember that gist of Chinwe looking for her, Chinwe finding her jewelry bag on the table when she kept it inside her locker, inside her drawer, right? So apparently it was RHUTHEE that found the jewelry bag on top of close to her things, on her locker or something, and she kept it on Nelly's box or so. She said she felt like it was for Nelly, so she kept it there.
Then I was like, I saw that thing on my box. Let me carry and put on top of her box. So that morning, when I kept asking you, what happened, what you don't want to talk about, and it don't pass.
And then you guys, there's something that Mickey said last night. He was talking about Zion. He said, because he was having issues with Chinwe. It was the task thing, the task that they had earlier on. They had small issues. So this night he was just ranting, and he was saying that Chinwe was happy that himself and his duo, himself and Femi, they fought small. So she was like, he was like, she was happy that they were fighting and all of that, and that Chinwe is just doing anyhow. And in fact, Zion told him that this babe, he cannot marry her.
Zee talks on her, say like her, say babe, get the crease, Zee by herself, Zee say, I don't feel marry this girl.
I say, Chinwe, that she's having pregnancy scare. I don't know. You better know what you are doing, And this is why people are dating on live TV. I don't know how you want to do it. It's okay, but that is what Zion told Mickey. And at this point, it's looking like that relationship is not standing on solid rock. It's standing on sand or something, right? But yeah, I think that's basically it for this video. For their party, it was lit. DJ Neptune did a very good job. The housemates enjoyed themselves. I don't think there's anything special that happened, so no need to go deep into that conversation. At this point, this is where I'm going to end this video. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I need to see you on the next one. Bye. Love you.